Louisiana. People have lived in Louisiana for thousands of years. Early cultures include the woodland people and the Mississippian culture. By the time Europeans arrived in the region, several Native American tribes inhabited the land. Some of these tribes included the Choctaw and the Natchez. The first Europeans to arrive in Louisiana were Spanish explorers. However, Europeans did not return and began to settle the land for over 100 years. But in 1682, French explorer Robert de La Salle sailed down the Mississippi River and claimed much of the interior of North America for France. He called this land the Louisiana Territory after King Louis XIV. The current state of Louisiana was just a small portion of this large territory. The first permanent settlement in Louisiana, the city of Natchitoches, was established by the French in 1714 along the Red River. Over the next several years, more French began to settle the region, especially along the Mississippi River. In 1718, the city of New Orleans was established. It quickly became a major trade port for the territory as goods traveled down the Mississippi River and then to the Gulf of Mexico. New Orleans became the capital of the territory in 1722. Large farms called plantations grew up near the cities and towns in the region. At first they grew sugar cane, and later they grew cotton. Slaves were brought in from Africa to work the fields. Spain took control of Louisiana in 1763 and then returned it to France in 1800. In 1803, the United States purchased Louisiana from France as part of the Louisiana Purchase. The Louisiana Purchase was the largest and most extraordinary land purchase in the history of the United States. It was also the cheapest per square mile. At the turn of the 19th century, Americans were moving further westward. Settlers had crossed the Appalachian Mountains and headed for parts known and unknown. Pioneers like Daniel Boone had blazed trails and roads, allowing families to travel to new places. Soon, the Northwest Territory and other places were bustling with Americans. Everyone wanted more. More places to live, more livestock for their farms. The only thing that the United States government wanted more of was land. And the Louisiana Territory had a lot of land. Louisiana was owned by France, and New Orleans was a huge French settlement. Many Americans lived in and around New Orleans, and many American ships sailed back and forth on the river. The U.S. government wanted to protect American shipping and settlements. So, President Thomas Jefferson sent Robert Livingston to France to buy New Orleans and the surrounding area. Napoleon Bonaparte, who was at this time the Emperor of France, refused. He was involved in wars in Europe and had dreams of a Western empire as well. After Napoleon's initial refusal, Jefferson sent James Monroe as well to France in hopes of convincing Napoleon to reconsider. The French leader did more than that. He offered to sell all of the Louisiana Territory, more than 828,000 square miles. Livingston and Monroe quickly accepted and offered to pay $15 million. Both sides agreed, and the Louisiana Territory became American. The final transfer came in 1803.